Good morning. Thank you for joining us on Nigeria Now, showing on your digital first Pan-African news network, where we analyze some stories, big stories on the national dailies each day. And this morning on Nigeria Now, there are big stories. The big stories, of course, we have the Nigerian Air Force jet that crashed in Kaduna State. And then, of course, some insecurity challenges, news, stories, and then election 2023. Joining us to analyze some stories this morning is Adebayo Fajim. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Good morning. We begin with the Daily Trust newspaper. From the lower banner, we see 2 pilots killed as Nigerian Air Force jet crashes in Kaduna. That is on page 26. We know this has happened late last year, and some of the issues that happened, especially in Kaduna, talking about security in northeastern part of Nigeria. And now we're seeing 2 pilots killed in one crash. What do you have to say about that?
This raises the fear in the heart of every Nigerian, because if you look at the way everything is going in that part of the country, especially in Kaduna State alone, you will see that this is not really giving us any hope as to when these challenges or this challenge will come to an end. Because don't forget, last year we had same accident that happened in the same state, and the question is, why is it Kaduna over time? And why is it that this time that we are being being almost overwhelmed by this security challenge, that we are having this incessant crash of the
Air Force jet.
of the Air Force jet. So it is very pathetic. But so whatever the problem is, whether technicality or what, because if this persists for so long, in fact, last year I know what many Nigerians are saying. When something happens like this, so we have our way of just saying, okay, maybe because of this, or maybe because some people are behind this and all of that. So I think whatever the case is, whatever the cause is, Nigerian leaders, those who are saddled with responsibility in that sector, should try to do whatever they can, at least to give Nigeria a hope again, to ensure that the people are not killed with fear. Because if this passes, Kaduna, and the crash in Kaduna, the attack and everything like that. So I think, it's high time we just, do something drastic to ensure that, all this problem come to an end.
Definitely, I do agree with you on that one. That story is on page 26 of the Daily Trust newspaper. The big one there is Hajj 2022, pilgrims to pay more as Naira tumbles to 3 riders. The first 150,000 visitors from Nigeria to jostle for 45,000 slots. State halt farm sales. Fares may hit 2.5 million naira. And Nakon says we're awaiting Saudi authorities on guidelines. From the very bottom there, Ganduje to Wike, you will be a good loser in 2023. 7 dead in Taraba bomb explosion. Lagos school driver defiles 3-year-old pupil. That's on page 16 of the Daily Trust newspaper. We move over to the Blueprint newspaper, and this morning the big story is Ganduje to Wike on 2023 presidency. We will see your effort, but you will lose. That says we see your effort rather, but you will lose. We have a couple of riders there, but there's a statement from Ganduje to Wike on 2023 presidency. What do you make of this update?
Yeah, well, I think it's nice seeing both of them again, despite what they had in Edo State about 2 years ago. But I think Governor of Kano State has really, put the truth out, because we need to be honest. Governor Wike cannot get it, and even if he gets it, he cannot make headway. Because
why would you say so?
Because a merciful presidency of Nigeria is not rice and beans. And it takes a lot of effort. Number one, Governor Wike does not have the national spread. It does not have the political structure, to win Nigerian presidency. If you want to win, presidency in Nigeria, you want to become a president, it takes a lot of work, and it takes, a lot of, it takes a lot of investment. And Governor Wike does not have, the courage, as at this time. So if he wants to come back, well, that's his constitutional right. But as the case it is now, he cannot get. And you can also see the desperation. When you are desperate, you talk too much, you don't have the capacity, to manage emotion and all of that. So Nigeria does not need somebody like that. The person Nigeria needs as at this moment, apart from the intellectual capacity, Nigeria needs nationally somebody who can unite Nigeria, who can solve problem for Nigeria, not somebody who just talks, and put emotion on the line every now and then.
Okay, we'll hope to see how this national primaries and everything and the election comes up. Of course, that's on page 16 and page 5 of the Blueprint newspaper. Besides the picture of the day, Malagi 2023 for a Niger State governor that will be. And that is on page 11. And then we see one, Senate Uzodinma carpet Afeba Balola over interim government. That's on page 5. From the very top, 20 killed in Taraba bomb blast, scores injured. That's in page 6. Angry youths neutralized teenager suspected to have detonated device. Bandits kill 3 captive in Kaduna, demand 20 million naira ransom for 23 others. And many feared dead as another Nigerian Air Force aircraft crashes in Kaduna. That's on page 5 of the Blueprint newspaper. And of course, we have the national economy this morning. And the big stories, banks, telcos battle for slice of 38 million unbanked Nigerians. GSM operators venture into payment services, and experts say competition will drive financial inclusion. And of course, we have other newspapers this morning. That is Nigerian News Direct. The big story, vandalism, global price surge. All firms borrowing from banks hit 5.6 trillion naira. That's on page 3 of the Nigerian News Direct paper. On the Daily Times newspaper, from the very top, I have nothing personal against Buhari, but his policies. Kuka replies presidency. The writer says even president's wife disagrees with his policies. The big story is nobody will be allowed to destabilize Nigeria, says Buhari. Says in spite of current security challenges, Nigeria will succeed. What do you make of this affirmation of the sitting incumbent president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari?
Yeah, the president has made a very good point. Not even non-state actor can destabilize Nigeria because they don't have the machinery and they can never, destabilize Nigeria. So, but the truth of the matter is when people are pushed, with some circumstances like what we are experiencing now, you don't have a working economy, people are not saved, and you can even see what president, did recently, giving pardon, giving presidential pardon to corrupt people, very obvious people that, those things are enough, for people to be pushed to the wall and, just, be talking anyhow. But, rather than, what has been coming from the presidency, what I think they should do is, to take responsibility, and that is one of the major problems we have in Nigeria. We don't have a leadership that takes responsibility, that admits error. And, it is not even everything, just like we have seen, several statements, coming every now and then. It's not everything you respond to. But, he has affirmed that truth, and there is nothing, there is nothing, that is nothing but the truth. But I think, the presidency should also try to, create an enabling environment for all Nigerians, to feel safe, to have a sense of belonging, and to where everybody can unleash and fulfill their potential.
Definitely, I do agree with you on that one. On the Leadership newspaper, the big story is cancer patients stranded for months at National Hospital over faulty machine. That is on page 4. The management claims ignorance of failure of $3 million CT machine since January. Equipment serves Abuja and Northern Region. CSOs raise concern, want health spending probed. You do agree with me that health is very important, and of course the number one thing that every human will want first is health before wealth following that. And now we're having cancer patients, according to this newspaper, being stranded for months at a hospital, a national hospital in Nigeria, over 40 machines. What is your take on this?
Yes, of course, as we know that health is wealth. Whatever wealth you have amassed for yourself, if you are not healthy, then of what use is the wealth or the resources? And the problem we have, as a people is because, we have a few people who have the capacity, who have the enough resources, to fly out to seek medical attention elsewhere in a sane society. And this administration has really said much about, stopping medical tourism and all of that. But at the end of the day, we do not see nothing, and we have not even seen anything. And there is not even hope that it's going to do something critical. And this is a very major challenge, that every Nigerian is expecting whoever is going to be our leader to solve, because we cannot continue this way. If as a Nigerian you cannot get a good medical attention in your country, so is it everybody that will have the financial way with that to go outside the country to go and seek medical attention? No, of course not. So we need to solve this problem, and I'm hoping that this will get solved as soon as possible.
Yeah, definitely. We do hope that as well. Of course, those are the newspapers this morning. Don't forget, you can also stay updated on our website, www.tostvnetwork.com, on happenings in Nigeria and across Africa. Of course, developmental news stories, news on politics, environment, agriculture, of course, everything that you want, basically. And don't forget, our social media handle is at TOS TV Network on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Make sure that you're engaged and just stay updated on happenings everywhere. Thank you so much, Adebayo, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, viewers. We come your way again tomorrow. Until then, remain safe. Bye for now. My name is Merciful Ajinamo.